Sunny named Tati back again with another video. In today's video, we'll be doing a cute little analyzation of, Caitlyn and Barry. Somebody made this video and I chuckled a little bit, so we gonna do an analyzation to it. All right, let's click.
It's frozen.
It says, keep an eye on Barry's reaction to Caitlyn saying, "I thought of you."
And last night, I almost died.
Pause. Before we even really get into the video, I have to say, and I think people have to come to grips with, they were in subtle ways pushing for Barry and Caitlyn's relationship back in season 1. Before Iris found out that Barry was a Flash, they definitely were giving us little signs, like her telling him what to do, her always being aware of where he is, where he going, who he talking to, him trying to give him relationship advice on Iris. Those are stuff. Like, have you never heard the song by Usher? You make me wanna leave the one I'm with, start a new relationship with you. It's what you do. Have you never heard that song before? You saw my point. You never heard that song before? That was Caitlyn giving him relationship advice, always trying to help him the best way she know how, giving him acting like his mama, his sister, his daughter. That was Caitlyn. That was the telltale signs, like, okay, they might try and make them go on a date. This is what I thought they were going to do with the storyline. I definitely thought that they were going to try to make them date, and then on their first date, they were going to realize how awkward it was and how, like, they weren't meant to be together. Like, as soon as their lips touch organically, like, not with Hannibal Bates, the picture and video y'all be using to validate Barry and Caitlyn, because that ain't him. But once they had Barry and Caitlyn lips touch and see how awkward it was and how it's like, it's kind of like kissing my sister, I think that that's probably where they would have went with the storyline, because they had Caitlyn doing all this shit, this like she kind of liked him or whatever, just for him to go out with Linda. And then it was like, okay, never mind, we're not gonna go that direction anymore. I was confused. Whatever, let's continue. Barry said, where even get that watermelon from? What the fuck? Crazy thing about it is, he did the same face with Patty. When Patty said, like, oh, I meant, like, can I have your number? I mean, like, for, like, instead of just paging you in, it would be faster to, like, call you, right? And he was like, oh, okay. And he looked so disappointed. I don't know if it was Grant getting out of character, which I've never noticed before. But, they needed whoever directed this episode and the Patty episode where they was in Jenner's and she put her phone number in his phone. Y'all a mess. Y'all couldn't tell Grant, like, hey, you're supposed to be like a little happy, a little flirty, just a little smirk. That's it. All right, Grant, let's reshoot. Let's do a retake. Or right here with Caitlyn, like, Grant, you're supposed to be like sympathetic, a little sad, but a sad smile. Could we do that, huh, Grant? And he probably like, nah. Grant is the true West Allen shipper. He do not play with that shit. He said, no, let's stick with this over here. This Barry girl, let's stick with this. I ain't mad at you, Grant. I ain't mad at you, baby. Give me a hug. Oh my God, they are so messy for this, but I live for the mess. I live for the mess. I love a good messy boobs moment. And they paused on his face. Oh, good Lord. I know this was like the quickest analyzation ever, but I just kikied. It was funny. It was just hilarious. It was just hilarious, girl. The fact that Grant never wanted that shit, but you could tell in certain episodes that they were leaning into it, but having Caitlyn and Barry always arguing, and then Cisco was like, dang, y'all argue like a married couple. Just a little things that we should pay attention to in season 1 just by the time that he met Linda for that shit to all go away. But yeah, I hope you guys liked this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and